ask you for forgiveness for anything we have done wrong in the past. We ask you for your grace. As we take this bread today and eat you, remember you and thank you for everything you've done for us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Would you stand and sing with me?
Shine, it's the light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. It's the light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. It's the light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. It's the light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. It's the light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. 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 One more time. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
You may be seated.
One story. Have you ever heard or read the book All I Ever Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten? Some of you? Yes? It's written by a guy named Robert Fulghum who grew up a little more than an hour that way, went to Baylor University, went on to become a Unitarian minister, and at age 50 started writing books. First book he ever wrote was that one. Second book, he has the story in it about this guy named Alexander Papaderos. It's a great Greek name. Don't
thought you were in a coma.
Papaderos. It's a Greek name.
I'm gonna clean it.
So Alexander Papaderos has opened an Institute for Peace and Human Understanding in a specific site close to where he grew up. It's high on a rocky cliff overlooking a bay. On either side of this bay, there's these two great hills. Down below this institute is an airstrip. The location is really important to him. He picked this site because, well, that airstrip is where Nazi paratroopers dropped in World War II and attacked people because, well, they wanted their way. Most people had guns, so they fought back with hay sides, you know what we used to whip down the grass, and kitchen forks, which ticked Hitler off something fierce, so he redoubles his effort, and they come in and slaughter whole villages. And the Cretans, well, they didn't really have anything, so they vowed to choose hate. That's the only weapon they had left, hate. And so they put this huge cross on this hill over here, not, but you got me, over here to mark a mass grave of all the Cretan
The
people
black
who died.
dot on his
On the
shirt.
other side is this hill, and there are rows and rows of regimented crosses where the German soldiers were buried. And right here, in the middle, Papaderos puts this Institute for Human Understanding right here, so you can see both of these out the windows. He put it here because, well, he figured if he could get the Germans and the Cretans to get along, to live peaceful lives, well, people anywhere could, and they could go home from here, this site of hate, where it's rock solid hatred. So then comes a reality. He starts opening it there still today. Fulghum goes to this place. It's at the end of a week-long conference. He's exhausted. It's the last morning, ready to go home. Maybe you all ready to go home. Feels like you all. When Papaderos, who wasn't the lecturer that week, but sat in on all the classes, he gets up from the back of the room, slowly walks around to the front of the room, and goes and stands in front of this window and stares out over the bay at one of these crosses. And then he turns around and says something that you've probably heard people say at the end of a teacher or some session. Do you have any questions? Well, Robert Fulghum loves to ask this question, and he's halfway serious, but it's also kind of a joke. He says, Papaderos, what is the meaning of life? And the room kind of chuckles, and they start gathering their papers and stuff, getting ready to go. Papaderos stares right at And we had nothing. We were very poor. So we would explore around the neighborhood. And one time we came across a motorcycle. Must have been a German motorcycle that was abandoned after the war. It had been wrecked. Found these pieces of a mirror. I wanted to fashion the whole thing back together, all these pieces, but it wasn't possible. I kept the largest piece and discovered if I scraped it, I could make it round, take off the sharp edges. And I'd take that mirror out in idle moments and catch a little light and reflect it into dark shadows and in caves. And as I went about growing up, I'd take my mirror out and I would try to find the most inaccessible places to reflect this light. Well, as I grew up, he said, I discovered this isn't a game, it's a metaphor for what I can do with my life. I am not the light, he says, but the light's there, and it will shine in many dark places if I choose to reflect it there. Into the dark places of the world, into the darker places of human hearts. Maybe someone else will see the same. This is the purpose of my life, he says, to reflect light into the dark places in this world. And then he took that mirror, caught the brilliant Greek morning sunlight onto that mirror, and reflected it right onto Robert Fulton's face. And Fulton kind of rattled by it, and then he redirected it to one of Fulton's hands, which were folded on the table. This is exactly what the prophet Isaiah tells me. It tells me, arise, shine, for your light has come. Darkness covers the earth. Thick darkness blankets the people, but the glory of God is on you. Arise, shine, your light has come. And there are places in this world that will receive no light unless you reflected into that dark spot that maybe only you see. And that is exactly why we come to this table. To remember and to receive, to take in us, to take with us a boundless
You
love.
wash
Not just us, Lord,
when we get to the
everyone
church.
that comes to God's table is one. And when we get here, we remember that we are one with everyone. Everyone.
Birds.
So if you're serving communion, will you come forward? And as they're coming forward, I want to tell the rest of you, we receive communion at camp by intinction. So there's someone standing here with bread, and someone will be standing here with the cup. You take the bread and dip it in the cup, and then take it. And on your way back today, there'll be two people standing right at these stairs with a plate, and on it is a mirror.